He is the undefeated featherweight contender about to challenge for Orlando Salido's WBO championship. Mikey Garcia is my guest today. Let's go ahead and check in with the future superstar. He hopes. Mikey Garcia, 4 days removed from your last fight. Congratulations. You stopped the once very good Mauricio Pastrana. He was very good back in the day. You blew him away in 2 rounds, though. You blew him away in 2 rounds. Tell me about the fight with Mauricio Pastrana on Saturday night.
Well, it was just a fight to keep me in the ring. It had been almost 6 months since my last time fighting, so top ranking promoter called me up, if I wanted to take a fight over in Mexico, kind of just to keep me busy a little, just to get something before getting Orlando Salido fight, which is close to being done, and that's why we went over to Mexico. We just went in there, and we were a little careful the first round. First round might be fresh, throwing some wild punches or whatever, so we didn't want to get caught and ruin our plans for the future. We've seen that happen with other fighters that take a fight before a world title fight, just kind of tune up, or for an easy fight they expect to be easy, and plans go out the window. So we don't want anything of that to happen, so we took care of that, and we came up second round, landed a good punch, and he went down.
And he's kind of short too. You got to watch out for headbutts and stuff. So good thing you got him out of there soon. What's the
be careful.
What's it like in Mexico? Do you have a big fan base there?
Actually, I wasn't expecting that many people to actually know about me and follow me or whatever, but we got there and everybody recognized it. Everybody was happy. They congratulating us, wishing us good luck, and they knew who I was, and the plans are to be fighting Salido, and they were all telling me that you're gonna be the one to beat him, you're gonna win, world champ, you got a championship, fight coming up next. It was just nice. Everybody was nice to us. Everybody seemed real friendly, so it seems like I got quite some fans out there as well.
And you're scheduled to fight for your first world title in your next fight on November 3rd against Orlando Salido. How ready are you for Salido and the shot?
Well, I'm not sure about the date yet. I haven't confirmed it. They haven't confirmed anything to me, with me. But those are some of the dates in November that they have told me. But as far as fighting Salido, I think we're ready. I think there's no need to wait or postpone or nothing like that. I think we're ready. I think we've been ready for a few fights now. For winning any world champion. It hasn't happened. The fights haven't been made for business part in boxing. The business end of it, and some politics involved. But hopefully we get this one. I think I'm ready. I think people believe in me, and it's time to show them.
Yeah, you're referring to the Caballero fight that fell through. Salido's coming off a string of...
That fight, it fell through, so, for other reasons, I had signed a contract, he signed a contract, but then I'm guessing, his people around him or whatever, they had different, plans for him, and they decided, to go a different way, and we decided to go a different route as well. I'm not going to wait there a little more, for Caballero, so we just decided to go for this one.
And it's a great fight. Can't wait, really. Salido's coming off a string of convincing wins, including the 2 big wins over Juanma Lopez in Puerto Rico. He stopped his last opponent a little over a month ago. How dangerous is this version of Orlando Salido after his recent success and his confidence?
He's always been a dangerous fighter. Even when he's lost, he's always been, in the fight. He's always fought real strong all the way. With anybody, he fights to the end. So he's always a dangerous fighter. Right now, his confidence is really high. I'm expecting, the best Salido. After the recent victories that you mentioned, he's up there. He's probably, in many people's eyes, the best featherweight, in the division right now. So he knows that. He feels that. That's why I'm expecting the best Salido, skills to beat him, and that's what we're going after.
And Juan Manuel Lopez tried to box, and he tried to go to war when the boxing didn't work, but he was outgunned and outfought. What can you do that he couldn't do?
Well, we've got to take a look at some tapes and figure out a game plan with my dad and my brother. I think we have enough to have a few options in the night of the fight. I don't think we have to stick to only one, game plan. I think we can do many things inside of the ring. We just have to wait and see what we decide to do. Got to see some tapes and figure out a good strategy, a good game plan for fighting.
Did you feel rusty at all after 6 months out?
Actually, kind of. The first time I felt a little slower, a little. I was a little cautious. Like I told you, we don't want to go in there, and risk, the future plans, or like you said, get a headbutt or elbow, or things like that can happen and ruin the plan. So, I got to be careful. But I also felt just a little bit of rust maybe. I've never felt anything before, but this time I just felt a little slower, a little more calm maybe. But it was mainly because, like I said, you got to be careful. You don't want to risk, the future plans.
Yeah, how long before you're back in the gym?
I'll probably take this week off and be back next week, just to stay loose, not, camped, but just to stay loose.
How do you think you're going to feel going into that championship fight, first championship fight? You think you'll be nervous at all?
Well, I haven't been in any fight like that yet, so I can't tell you what I will be showing, but I think in my previous fights, I fought on some big, stages and, a lot of people, and that never really bothered me. I don't think that's going to bother me. Maybe the fact that we are fighting Salido for a world title, may have somewhat of an impact on me, but I don't plan on that. I plan on going in there and doing my job, same fight, same thing like any other fight, same ring, 4 corners, 4 ropes. Different guy, but I got to do my thing.
Absolutely. And tell me about training at the same time with Brandon Rios as he's getting ready for Mike Alvarado. Big fight in his career, too. Did you guys spar at all?
That's going to be a very good fight. He's going to move up in weight. Alvarado's, natural, bigger guy, but I think Brandon's going to be stronger than the other fight because those extra 5 pounds that he doesn't have to, pull himself to try to make is going to help him. I think Brandon is going to be stronger as far as punching power. It's just going to be one of those, action, all night action fights. He's training real hard. He's sparring, I've seen him spar 14, 15, 16 rounds at a time sometimes. So I know he's going to be in shape. I know he's going to really, really want to put a statement and make a mark in the division. So I have, full confidence in Brandon.
And what do you think of how Marcos Maidana's looking training in Oxnard with your brother Robert? How's he picking up on the lessons?
He's picking it up really, really well. I think it helped, that they kind of delayed the date for the fight, from previous date that I had given him to now. That helped him and my brother, kind of get in the right rhythm more and then, know each other a little bit better. So that's definitely a good thing for Marcos, to get used to my brother and my brother get used to him. So everything seems to be working well. He's motivated. He wants to also make a good, good performance, have a good performance, make a statement, and move on.
And what do you think of the Maidana-Carras fight?
Same thing. Carras, a guy that never backed away from nobody. Strong, solid opponent for anybody. It's a good test for Marcos at the division. Last time he was up at the welterweight, he lost to Alexander, but, it's a different style. Alexander's slick, southpaw, moves around, and, real fast. So Soto Carras ain't like that. He likes to brawl. He likes to stand in there in front of you and exchange punches, and that's what Maidana does as well. So, I think it's going to be a very good fight. I think Maidana, maybe being the one with less damage, is probably a little bit better shape to be fighting, but Soto's, tough opponent for anybody.
I'll tell you, your brother Robert has a lot of confidence in his fighters, or maybe it's the promoters who have confidence in the way your brother trains their fighters, so they'll just put him in with some tough guys. But definitely taking some tough fights. And it's I'm sorry. Go on.
I couldn't hear that. That kind of cut off a little.
I just said your brother has a lot of confidence in his fighters, and I think the promoters have a lot of confidence in your brothers. That's why they match him so tough in their first fight with Robert Garcia. Really, like Maidana is, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's good technique, good school, good gym. You know, the results are there. You know, they see the results, and that's why they have confidence in my brother, and that's why the fighters want to be there. They see the results. You know, they see the improvements.
Yeah, it's a really active fall season. Began last week when the same night you fought Pastrana. Gennady Golovkin made his HBO debut and his U.S. debut. What'd you think of Golovkin?
Oh, I've seen him before. Very good fighter. You know, he's probably one of the best, if not, you know, very close to being the best in his division. I've seen him before in different training sessions, and I've seen video on him, and he's really, really good. He always knows exactly what to do. You know, he knows he's just real smart in the ring. Picks just the right punches, the right combinations. You know, he's a really, really good fighter.
And some quick picks. What do you think of Ward Dawson coming up?
Good fight. You know, evenly matched. You know, they're both on the top of their game, both on the top of their careers. You know, they both want to prove and show everybody, you know, who the best fighter is. So it's gonna be a really good fight. Really good to see. I really can't wait to pick either one. And it's one of those, you know, pick 'em kind of fights. You know, they both have had, you know, good success in their fights, and you know, there's nothing else you can, you know, do to kind of separate the two. Except fight each other and see who's the best.
So may the best man win. And Canelo Josecito, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, well, Josecito again, he's got another opportunity. You know, opportunity of a lifetime. You know, he upset Ortiz in the last fight when, you know, very, very few people gave Jose any chance. He got another opportunity to do that, and this time, you know, he's fighting for a world title. And on a bigger stage, you know, bigger place, it's just, you know, opportunity. He needs to really take advantage of this, like he did with the Ortiz fight.
How about Sergio Martinez and Chavez Jr.?
I think it's Chavez's time to show everybody what he really is made of. It's one of those, you know, fights where he will be, if he wins, he will be recognized and given the credit that he deserves. Martinez, you know, he's been one great champion, great fighter. He's, you know, done it several times, you know. So to beat Sergio Martinez is a big accomplishment for Chavez, and I think that's why, you know, people want to see Chavez, you know, beat someone like Sergio, and I think that's will do it.
Yeah, with so many high-profile fighters who train there, how popular is boxing in Oxnard right now? Is it like a hotbed right now, like a golden era, I guess, in Oxnard?
It's been pretty popular for quite some time now, but like you said, with recent, you know, so many popular fighters fighting here, you know, people, you know, really get to know, you know, Oxnard more because they want to come see the fighters, and fighters want to come see, you know, the trainers and train along with different fighters, and you know, it's real popular. You know, it's not Oxnard, you know, by itself. You know, people always have, you know, other trainers, you know, in other places, but right now it's concentrated right now with a lot of fighters in one gym. So that's real good, you know, for the city. You know, it gets a lot of recognition, and it's just, you know, one place. You know, where else can you go to one gym and see so many, you know, great champions at one time?
I know. Totally it's gotta be awesome training with those guys. Mikey Garcia.
Yes.
Appreciate your time, Mike.
Perfect. No problem.